Well, now it shows up. I don't understand this, but I take it. I leave the recipe here. I log it off to handling the previous episode. Return here to play a little more, and now it is done. So I guess I'm now okay with that. Because now I can just add it to non-switch and make the chest. So let's take, let us not waste this chance and actually make that before the game change its mind again. And just this here. Won't have it on me, but I don't want to risk anymore. We go here again, and this, and I'll have two. More stuff, don't I? And more carbon plates. So, aha! Now we have a hammer that can fly. That's awesome. That's really, really awesome. Take this chance and go look for the fortress. Time to fight that dragon. So I was going to make some of the basic plating. That is just steel and circuits. Because the defense bond is titanium. And the force field that is the best one require tungsten and superconductors. It requires tungsten and iridium reinforced. And energy flow. It requires tungsten. So I have to go to the nether. The end. Nether. I already go to the nether. Go to the end to finally be able to actually do it. Basic plating. Now let's see. And deacon. Now this is getting heavy. Turn off the advanced 30%. I still need to make that get a wrench that I did not make last time. So it's here. I think I can actually pick this and show you that we can actually power the lasers with the Ender IO power. I was not sure if I was able to do that because Ender IO was RF and this version of it Buildcraft uses MG. I'm not gonna walk into that position. Let's go up there and there. So you can actually see this. This is the upper part of it, where my chunk loader is and the cable is running. And here we have our stuff here. But I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna run directly. I believe I can take the power using the thinking. You can see it is working. It's not that fast, but it is doing the job. I still have no idea how I'm gonna automate this assembly table. But this is a beginning. This means that in the future I only need to have a capacitor and some energy conduits and I can power the Buildcraft stuff using MEG, and since we have the solar house. The photo itself in the IO we can make it. We could produce some free power. Free is always good. While I wait for my stuff to be done, let's make one thing that I like very much from like before, and we never get it back. The headstone display. Do you hear me, bloody Aspen? Headstone display. Never got the scrap back. I really love this thing. It don't do nothing much useful actually, just a thingy fancy to look. You can have this activity detector in the machine. Let's say to invert it and put the headstone display on top of it. And then change the showing to something like this. Now come here, grab some piece of I don't know. I have enough titanium, by the way. Let's grab a piece of aluminum here. I place it to the machine. And it will take a while because this takes time to cook, but it will start to consume the cycle. So it's kind of a timer of how much progress it is. I really love to have my processing machines having one of this. Doesn't have something wireless to my so I can just look at something and see that everything is working as normal. And as you saw before, there is also the bolt to show your power, so I don't know if I'm running out of power or not. It should be done right now. Small data storage circuits. So let's make the last piece of the set. The power hammer chest plate. And see what we need to make the jetpack. Oh, 4 iron thrusters. Should be so cheap to make, don't it? Here we go. True force fields emit iridium reinforced reflector HV capacitor. Yes, this is super cheap to make, but not. Just finish up to charge my advanced nano chest plate, and I have everything I think I need to go hunt for a fortress and go to the end. And to think that in the first time I played Like 4 into Awake Nightmare Season 2, I only go to the end at the end of the play series. Oh my. Well, things, stuff change. So, here we go, last bits. And we're gonna set sail. Ready to set sail. Okay. That direction. Well, we got to the place. Now it's only going down from here. Oh. Oh. Fuck, really? And here we are. Fortress. Now let's find that one. That's worth oil. Let's take a look in. Steel swords, iron. Nothing. Phew, this is one of the biggest saloon I ever see underground. Have some soapstone there. Have some oils here. So much oil. Damn, this place is huge. But it seems my effort to try to find this thing here has been in vain because everything is destroyed here. I don't seem to have an intact portal room here. So I guess I need to go look for another one. I never before saw any fortress going almost all the way to bedrock. Man, we are so deep. See? Still, everything is incomplete. Here we have something different. I finally have found some Becky granite from Red Tacky, and it has come with some end ores. Nice. Oh, more places to go. Yeah, not here because when I use the eye, just go here and stops. Better luck next time, man. So I look at the weekend lot in that say that the not always one of the fortress are connected, and the Eye of Endy only shows where the fortress is, not the actual portal room. So I continued looking and I found this big area here with the mine shaft here, some about some chests, and here I spawned skeleton spawn. So this is gonna be very useful for the future. So silver, emeralds, steel, stuff of traveling. Nice. And some music. Let's store some stuff here that I don't need. And here you got more silver, steel, ruby. Yeah, the range. So not actually need to make one, but that's fine. You're gonna be useful for the future. So let's mark it. And group is 1. Now we also have aside from this gigantic anomalous cave here, we also have something very interesting here. As you can see, we have a room here. It's coming for everything else, and as you can see by the shape and by the monster that come out of it, it's actually portal room. So you can actually go to the end from this place here. Just place some lights so no more of this crappy keep spawning on me and making me trip into the portal, but it's not matters. Anyway, let's go there before anything else happens. And there we go. So here we go. And that is our little friend the dragon. Came to greet us. Now this is gonna be again a very long and boring battle, so I'm gonna spare you for this trauma. If you want to know how I fight, just watch the Awakened Nightmare Season 2. So we have a good idea how much time this battle gonna take. Because on that time I had made everything. I record everything, so see you again. Just die already. Come on, come on. 2 health. You serious? You died completely. At long last. And we got our AZT and our dragon egg. We're gonna catch later because this is pretty precious. So it's actually AZT. Now let's collect the ores. We have mainly 4 ores to cut here. So the lighting that can use in place of lapis lazuli, and get some nice byproducts. And they are silky touch because they break in dust if you just try to harvest. There we go. Let me see around if I find any other one. You have tungsten. It can be normally picked. It's gonna give us tungsten for our tungsten steel, and also as byproducts manganese to make the stainless steel that we so much require. We also have only one here that can be used in place of emeralds. So if you don't have much emeralds, you can use this into place to make the different circuits. The data circuits. Just as Southern Fortress, we have the very rare Shadow Knight ore. This spell into very few blocks and very, very heavy. So keep your eyes open for it. Because if you find one, grab it. For now, the only useful for it is to be a source of platinum. But this is basically all the ores I think you can find here into the end. And most of those I show you I got here into the mainlands, but the truth, to get the most ores you need to fly out and actually go for the asteroids, like you have here. These are where you can most easily find the ores itself. You can see from afar that tungsten is not that rare. So don't try to mine everything at once. You don't need that much. You might find some olivine, but the most hard one is without any doubt the Shadow Knight. So if you see it, like here, from all this enormous asteroid, you only got 2 Shadow Knight ores, but that's come with territory. Alright, I think you got enough to start doing stuff, so let's go home. And let's finish the game. Current food here look different from my season new versions because current food here actually restores 1 hunger and 1 health. As you see, my health is not full. If I eat one, it's not full. It regains health and fills your belly. So good. But later on it lost the ability to restore your health, but fills the belly a lot faster. Now that we got here, we can just do this. And we got the endstone dust to centrifuge later on. But for now, don't sit you all, do your little magic. Get grinded so we can get this precious manganese. So nice. Manganese. Iron, chrome, manganese, nickel, stainless steel. It's finally at my reach. I could finally started doing. Thank goodness. With it, I'll be able to finally move to the last part of my plan. That was my plan. Finally make the centrifuges and other stuff that require stainless steel and having a good time. Don't have much power yet, but that's not a problem. That's just making 4 for now. Now that is done, let's pick it, place into our quadruple plate painting. That unfortunately don't work as expected because it consumes more power it cannot access at the moment. Let's grab our 2 steel machine hole here and I'll make it a portable sky. Just in case. You never know what the tomorrow can reserve to us. Full stainless steel plates here. And let's put it to trash. And go here. Place them out to the corners. Industrial centrifuge is done. Oh boy, the last piece of my Boston setup took longer than I wanted it to take, but it is finally here. You have access to enough recipes. So much recipes to tell the truth. Like this one, I suppose, but I need some cells for it. Because if I remember correctly, just cells because I'm gonna give you one of it. Man, and taking so much time to make it. Just having one is not enough. Let's speak of it. I now have finally 10 titanium plates. So it is that time. Let's grab machine parts here. And one diamond grinder here. And my wrench. Where's my wrench? It is almost breaking already. Oh well, parts of it. Let's take your automatic macerator. Put it here, in here. Get those back. Because we can now make the I still need more titanium, choose the titaniums. And now I got the last 2 titanium plates. Now I can come in here and finish this recipe. Robot demonstrator, diamond grinder, titanium machine hole, a very expensive machine block. 6 titanium plates give us the universal pulverizer. Now when we use this to crush ores, it has that 10% chance of getting us the extra one. So like here in Tungi State. Normal state I only get that. But if I try into the recipe macerator, we get this and have 10% chance of getting silver dust. Something that I process a lot, like this bauxite here. If I crush it, we have a 10% chance of get titanium from it. So a whole dust from a single one. But of course, it's only 10%. I'm gonna get this, and this is centrifuge to get the pure bauxite and a little more tiny titanium. And since we got some of the titanium from this industrial grinder here, we are making the most of our ores. With it and a good amount of time and resources, I'll be able to finally make a complete processing line with industrial grinders, universal macerators, centrifuges. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Haha, why you got the first one? But the Universal Macerator stops after making a single one, so it needs to always empty before continuing. So I should move this centrifuge closer on. What I just said, it's time to make things more tightly here. But this is going to be it for this episode. This onward. Thank you for watching, and I will definitely see you